Good afternoon. This is Lisa from Rising Goddess Willow Moon. Welcome back. It's been a little bit of time since I did my last video. I had a new job that I was getting adjusted to, and then recently I've been really sick. As you all know, the energies have been a little heavy as of late, so I've been taking a lot of self-care and resting time for myself. But I did want to get out the rest of my September videos. I'm a little behind this month, but I'm giving myself leeway as this is a new channel and I'm still trying to figure it out, and I had to get a new, I borrowed a tripod from a great friend of mine, thank you Caitlin, and yeah, so I'm just kind of going as going with the flow and doing what I need to do. So this reading is going to be for Leo for the month of September 2019, and I am still working on a website, but I do have a business page on Facebook if you want to go check it out. Rising Goddess Willow Moon, definitely like it. It's a little slow going, as I mentioned, because of some things this month have been a little heavy for me. So, but definitely like the page. I have my services listed on there. I'm currently accepting personal readings right now. You can get my prices over on my page, and I am offering $10 off for new customers, so definitely jump on that. Yeah, so without ado, and if you like this video and you like this channel, please share it and please like, so that you can receive the upcoming months. I'm hoping to be doing it one every month and then getting into moon readings and other stuff to come. So stay tuned for up and coming new videos. Alright, so without ado, let's get started for the month of September for Leo. So I used a couple of decks. My Wisdom of Avalon decks. I love this deck. I have definitely had a past life in Avalon, so I love using this deck. I'm also using my fairy deck. I am an elemental and I love fairies and elves and all that good stuff. Usually the decks choose which ones I'm going to use for particular readings, so these are the decks that wanted to work with you today, Leo. My energy deck, and lastly my Sacred Traveler. This is one of my newer decks that I absolutely love. Oh, it's just gorgeous. The artwork and the energy that comes off of it is amazing. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to start with, I received 2 animal cards for the Wisdom of Avalon that I really want to talk about first. The first one is one of my favorites, the dragon. So Leo, you definitely come from a place of strength and power. Your core is strength and power, and this is where a lot of your ideas and living should come from, your own personal power. But I feel like there's some of you that have touched on it, but feel like it's not something that you should be claiming because there's a misconception about power going around. A lot of people are afraid to claim their own power because they think it comes from ego and it means they're arrogant or conceited and whatnot. And that's a different kind of power. I'm talking about your own personal power that comes from your heart, that comes from your soul. That's something to build from, and it feeds your soul and it feeds your life. And the dragon is it's an awesome animal to have. So I feel like for most of you on listening to this call, the dragon is representative of your personality. I mean, you're fiery. Everybody knows that. Leos are amazing. They're, the lion is like really powerful, like stand tall. Like, so the dragon is right up there with the lion, and that it brings power and strength and fire to who you are. So definitely I'm feeling like I draw that card as a reminder of your essence, of who you are, to really tap into that when you're doubting yourself, or when you're not sure what you should be doing, or who you are. Remember the dragon. So the other animal card I got was the raven. So I feel like if it hasn't been happening already, there's going to be a lot of synchronicities and signs coming your way. I feel like for some of you, there's some messages your spirit guides are trying to send to you, but you're not trusting in what's coming in. You're thinking it's coming from your ego or your wants and desires, and some of it is. A way to tell is that your messages from the spirit guides always come from love and support and what's best for you. So if you feel like the messages aren't coming from a place of love and support and 100% what's best for you, then that's probably not from your spirit guides. But most of you, I feel like, can tell the difference and can discern. And so there are messages that are trying to come through for you. There's some events. Some of you, I feel like, and this is for not just the Leo sun, but the Leo moon and the rising Leo. But I feel like there's events in your life that's happening right now, and they carry huge lessons. They're really digging up old wounds to be cleared out. But there's huge signs in them. And I feel like some of you are getting caught up in the event and what's happening, and that it's not what you're wanting, that you're missing the message. And so that's why the raven's here to bring these messages for you. They're very important. Remember, there's no such thing as coincidences. Nothing's coincidental. It's all on purpose. So pay attention to what's going on in your life, and pay attention to the possible messages, the deeper messages that are there underneath the situation. Okay? I'm feeling like because some of you have some events that are going on that you're just wanting to push away, because you're like, no, that's not it. That's not what I want. That's not what I'm calling for. That you're just missing the purpose of them. There's new skills that you need to acquire with these situations. But some of you are passing it off like, oh, I've already been here. I don't need to go through this again. I already know what to do. But you don't. There's some new skills coming in, and they're huge. Like, a lot of them I feel like have to do with relationships. There's a specific relationship in your life right now, or there has been, that you already pushed out, that or friendships that is trying to teach you something new, that is trying to up-level you to a new side of yourself, to replace something old that you keep repeating. So this is the novice card. So that's what I'm getting from this card, is that, yeah, there's definitely a few of you that have this situation, and it's trying to teach you some important skills that you need to carry on into. It's going to help you in the future for some other relationships that are going to come down the pipe. But instead of trying to look at it with new eyes and with a broader perspective, you're just pushing it out of the way. As in, no, I don't need this, I don't want this, I'm getting rid of it, and you're missing the point. I I'm very blunt in my channels, so you'll get that. But and with that, we have the Goblin card. There's a lot of wounded egos here. You're right. The situations aren't what you want, and you do deserve more. However, you called the situation into your life because, or your soul called it, because it has lessons and new skills that you need to learn that you have not learned yet. Things that repeatedly come into our life, they don't come in to torture us, I promise. I used to think so, but I don't anymore. I understand now. If you keep having repeat situations, or you keep feeling certain ways, or there's continuous wounding that keeps coming up, it's because you're not learning something. I am like the queen of this, so that's why I'm laughing, because I'm a Taurus, and so I'm very stubborn. I have Taurus mostly in my chart. I get this. I've had repeat situations, and I'm like, oh. And then the last time, I'm like, oh my God, for the love of God, Lisa, just get this already so you don't have to experience it again. And so I think I was able to really look at the situation like, okay, I'm going to look at this dead on, even if I hate it, and if it's, not what I want, but I didn't want it to come back again. That was my motivating factor. So I feel like for a lot of you, there's situations coming back up again that's doing the exact same thing. But your ego is just pushing you away. Like, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this again. This is crap. This is BS. I've already done this before. Why am I being called into this? And there's something else you're missing. There's something, like I said, a new skill that you need in order to move past it, in order to evolve in your relationships. And you're not alone in this. The raven is sending messages to you, and Spirit's trying to get your attention, but your ego's getting in the way, and you cannot hear, and you cannot see what's there. So just kind of take a step back, and I like to say, pretend like your situation's in a bubble and you're outside of it looking in. Just see the whole picture and try to look outside, and what is this here to teach me? Not, oh my God, I'm going through this again, what the hell? What is this here to teach me? What is here that I'm not seeing? What are the lessons here that maybe I've dealt with before that keep coming back around again? To really take a look at it at a different angle. Ask your friends. If you can't see what it is, ask the people who know you the best and who love you. They'll tell you. Okay? I know it's rough. It really is. But if you face it and you just, you're like, no, I'm going to look at this until I'm green in the face, just so I can learn what I need to learn, so I don't have to have this situation come back again. Because I know that it just sucks when it just keeps coming back and coming back. But it's your soul bringing that back around to really teach you something. So you don't have to do this again. So you can up-level in your relationships. And you can have what you love and you deserve. The kind of love that you deserve. I just totally came out backwards. Okay. So, this is a fun card. It's not all like, I know September is kind of a heavy month. It was really light in the beginning, and now as we're nearing the end, in the latest moon we had, it's really pushing us to really clean out our past. I know we've been doing that like this whole past year, and the years prior, but this is a real big push, because what's coming in 2020 is to really step into that life that we want, and we can't do that if we're still lingering in shit from the past. So it's, do it, or just have it keep coming back around. Like, just face it. Face whatever you need to. Whatever keeps coming back up. Really look it dead in the face and be like, okay, what is it, motherfucker? I swear a lot too, so if you're offended by my swearing, I apologize, but it's how I express myself. It's more fun that way. Okay, so it's not all heavy and everything in this reading. There are some fun stuff. So I picked up the Bard. I've actually never seen this card before. It's pretty amazing. So you also need to express yourself more. Because it's so heavy this month, and because of the important situations that's coming through for you, it's coming through that you also need to express yourself through music or poetry or writing, or do you make your friends laugh? Are you a storyteller? Are you enchanted by history of stuff? Like, I love fairy stuff and, Avalon and Atlantis and Lemuria. Like, I'm fascinated with that kind of stuff. So find out what you're fascinated with and find out what you're really good at and find an avenue of expression while going through all this. Because if you don't, you'll drive yourself crazy and you'll just get stuck in ego, and that's never good. So, yeah. So, I pulled another card from the fairies. It says the same thing. I don't know if it, express your individuality, allow your true self to shine, because you're awesome, because you are. So, yes, it's a heavy month. Yes, you have stuff to clear out, but it doesn't all have to be heavy. Like, do what you gotta do, but in between, have fun and be who you are, and, be the dragon that you are, and learn how to express yourself. And I feel like this is a part of September as well, is you really coming into your own. Yes, you need to clear out this situation and these lessons, but you also need to come into your own, because what's coming down that road, baby, is it's pretty amazing. And so, yeah, I feel like 2020 is really about stepping into who we are, and you're just sweeping up the dust bunnies. You're sweeping up the giant hay bear bait. I don't even know. I'm not a farmer. What are those hay? I don't know if I can know. Anyways, huge clobbers of stuff. My brain's not working as well because I've been sick. But the point is just find how you express yourself. Find ways of being you and going out into the world with that. Okay? Because I feel like this other card, pregnancy, I don't actually think it means someone's going to be pregnant. That's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting strongly is that when you finally are able to clear out this situation and learn this new skill so that you can up level, you're going to be coming up with so many new ideas. I'm feeling like rebirth. Like, I picture you're stuck in the birth canal. Very visual. So that's gross. But you're stuck in the birth canal, and you got to push through the situation. And once you push through it, you're going to be reborn, and there's going to be so many amazing ideas that's going to come through for you. So it's very important that you really tackle this, whatever this is for you. It's coming through strongly relationships for some of you. It could be family. It could be work, career, but I'm feeling very strongly that it has to do around relationships and did identification of you versus others. I'm gathering that strongly. I mean, it could be anything, whatever resonates, whatever's going on in your life, but I just feel like for this reading, it's really around relationships. So whether it's relationships with your family and really being able to be who you are, or relationship with your coworkers, and not having to be swallowed into the work culture, because you're an individual and you have a lot of amazing things to bring into this world, and you're leaders, you know. But there's this little dark cloud. It's little. It's not huge. I mean, it can be huge if you're, you know, if you let the goblin take over. It could get a lot bigger. But if you just can step back and understand, this is an opportunity to learn. This is an opportunity to be finally done with something that's come back around a million times over. You know, that would be an amazing feeling. I finally had situations like, I was like, oh, I finally learned that. Thank God. It came back around too many times that I can count, because I'm not very good at listening. Tourist streak, you know. But I'm feeling like, and this is for my energy deck. I don't know if you can see it. Attachments. Some of you are holding on to people. And not just people. I'm really feeling like some of you are holding on to ideas. Like, you're kind of tunnel visioned. I'm feeling like, especially, and I usually don't bring this up in my readings, but it just, I'm a channeler as well, so whatever came through. For you, those of you who are twin flames, I'm feeling like this is a call to be open to the type of relationships that you are going to be into. I mean, we all have our ideas of what a relationship is. We have the experience from childhood and what we are taught relationships were. And so I'm being told that, especially for some of you and those of you who are twin flames, that you really need to just, everything you thought you knew about relationships, everything that you are working towards for a relationship, you just need to throw out. Because Spirit's wanting you to have a clean slate, because it's so much more than what you realize. And I feel like I'm getting this image of like this cycle. It's a continuous cycle, and this is why things keep coming back around. So like, my big lesson was narcissists. So I finally tackled that, I think. We shall see. I think I have, but I don't know. People just keep coming back around to test me. But I feel like some of you Leos have just been in this cycle, and some of you, like, are tightly woven. Like, it just keeps repeating. It keeps repeating. You're not learning. Some of you, I feel like the cycle's a little bigger because you kind of step back and you're like, well, and you recognize some of your patterns, and you recognize why certain things are coming back. But there's still some very key things you're not understanding, and there's very minute adjustments. So Spirit's asking that you detach from expectations of what you think a relationship is supposed to be. Just because someone's not showing up for you in the way you want them to does not mean they're not showing up for you. Whoa, that came through really strong for one of you. Sometimes I feel like the goblin's really strong right now because our ego serves to protect us. And sometimes we want what we want, and we want it in the way we want it. And that's our ego getting in the way. sometimes what we need to show up best for ourselves and to be in that divine love is going to look so different than what we think. And if we're so focused and so attached to it being a certain way, we're going to miss it. And guess what? If we miss this, it's going to come back around with someone else. That's the name of the game. That's what keeps happening. So yeah, I just keep hearing clean slate. Like, be open to a different way. Be open to it not being what you want it to be. Let it happen naturally. Don't force it. When we force it, it's not meant to be. Or we're missing what could be something very beautiful that we're not even open to. So with this card, ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. I'm feeling like this is a call to really get deep with yourself. Like, meditate and ask your soul what it is that you're wanting. But also, and this came in really strongly, also ask the universe to show you the way to love. That's really scary. My heart was just like, what? Yeah, it's letting go of control, letting go of our expectations. And it's so hard as humans because we're like, no, I want it this way, and I'm going to make it happen this way, and if they can't show up for me in this way, then see you later. But I'm feeling like for so many of you Leos, that the universe is asking you to trust it. That the universe knows what's best for you, and they have your best interest at heart. But they can see a lot further than you can. And so they're asking, yes, to really get clear on what you want, but also to open up to the way the universe is going to deliver it to you. It's not going to look like what you want it to. It keeps like repeating in my head. So I know I keep repeating it, but it's just coming through very strongly. And so I feel like I have to, bring that message home. Let's see. I love this. This is totally the Leo card. Angel of Strength. That's you. My lions. Remember who you are. I know what is coming forth is probably really frustrating for a lot of you, or be like, I thought that's what I was doing, and you got this. Reach out to your angels. They totally want to help you with this. Don't try to do it all by yourself. I know you're strong. You got dragon blood. You got lion. And you're always like, leader of the pack. I got this. It's okay to not got this. Reach out. Reach out to your angels. They are bringing messages, remember. Messages for you. So really listen. Look beyond what you see. Okay? I feel like this is just another ego card. Envy. Be mindful of where your ego is trying to take over. Some of you, I feel like, are envious of others, of where they are in their relationship or where they are in their life. And it's actually lowering your vibration and making you feel like you won't get there. So be mindful of that and just realize that everyone is on their own journey. Okay? Do not let the goblin win. Let this one win. 2. Okay? Alright. Let's see what we have for our Sacred Traveler. Oh, this has gone way over. Okay. So we got the Wandering Path. I know this is a rough month and you're going through a lot, but stop and smell the roses, or the flowers, or hug a tree, or whatever floats your boat. Just make sure you're enjoying this journey, because especially when times are rough like this and when energies get heavy and we're really being pushed to push through our lessons and things that are coming up for us, we're also being pushed to look around and be in gratitude for what we have and what's around us, and to enjoy your life. I mean, you're only going to have this one life as who you are as a human right now. A lot of you will be reincarnating, but this is the only time you have in the human body you have now. So enjoy it. It's not a race to get to the end. It's all about the journey to get there. So the last one was watching the clouds. Lay back, rest, and relax. So because the energies are so heavy, like I said in the beginning, I've been resting a lot and using a lot of self-care and just kind of going with the flow. And, it's okay that I haven't finished all my videos for September. I still got another week or two. It's good. It's all good. Yeah, so just while you're tackling these things, also take time to rest, especially. It's all going to work out as long as you keep doing your work and you're pushing through, and, you take the time to express yourself, and whether it's through art or music or writing, storytelling, being really funny, whatever it is, lighten up a little. That will help you to get through not just this month, but the rest of 2019, because it's not just going to be September. It's going to be rough. So there's other months that we're going to have to really push through. But like I said, we're squeezing through the birth canal. We're going to burst out in 2020 and be ready to live the life that is meant for us. All right? So peace out. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for next month. Bye.